Hot 103 Jamz, Kansas City's big station, #1 for hip hop and R&B. We have Funny Man in studio today. The one and only DL Hughley, man. What's up, man?
What's up,
now, after all these years, man, is it Hughley or Hughley? Because everybody pronounces it differently, man.
As long as they spell it right on the check, it's all right. The G is loud, like me.
The G is loud. How you been, man? It's been a while, man.
I see you still look good.
Hey, man, one of the original kings of comedy, indeed, man. How have you been able to sustain a long career like you have been, man?
Well, you know, I think you got to be who you are. I think that, you know, you got to be human. I think you got to, when you, what I try to do is notice the world and talk about it from a human perspective. So that's kind of served me well, and I'm excited about the fact that I've been able to be around so long. Well,
you're in town to do a set at the Improv Comedy Club, but you got your new show on CNN, man. Would you say it's controversy, man?
No, I wouldn't. But then I wouldn't say nothing I've ever done is controversial. But I'm not the one who sits back and. Well, people are amazing. I think that at a certain point, I kind of never really pay attention to that. I do what I do, and people have whatever opinion they have, and I just got to keep it moving.
Now, how did that show come about, man? Because I heard you on radio talk about it. It came within what, a week's time, and the next thing you know, you filmed it.
We were in the process of negotiating with 3 other cable outlets, and CNN stepped up. And we were going back and forth, and then they basically said, we'll give you a year, and we signed, and 6 days later we had a TV show on the air. So, and I think that, of course, the first show wasn't as smooth as I would have liked it to be, but we had to put a product out there. I think we're growing. I think the show is doing great. So I'm excited about the prospect of us getting our feet wet and learning the process and just becoming pretty good at what we do.
Now, how ironic was it for you to get this TV show right in the middle of elections?
That's why it happened. I mean, of course, I think that the whole kind of tone of the country was changing. And the president, to his credit, of the network, to his credit, noticed that all the voices were, the same, kind of talking heads were the same. I had always been interested in politics and always had kind of had a comedic perspective of it. And he gave me an opportunity to come onto the network, and it's just kind of funny. I know it's like stripes and polka dots. It don't seem like we go together.
Hey man, you know what? I'll put you on the spot. Since the elections are over and everything, who'd you vote for?
Of course.
I just kidding, man. But what did you think about now President-elect Barack Obama winning that by a landslide, man?
I didn't think it could happen. And I thought that I was at the last minute that something was going to change the course of history, and fortunately something did, and it was him. I feel very proud of this country for doing something I never thought it would do, because the question had never been how I feel about my country, it's how my country feel about people that look like me, and I think that now there are no excuses anymore. If a black man can rise from his kind of station and do all the things he was able to do, then there's no excuse for us not. If you be the president of the United States of America, you get your promotion at your job.
Right. Well, you had the honor of having Reverend Al Sharpton on your show. I had the honor of talking to him, and I spoke with him and asked him the same question.
Who did he vote for?
No. I know who he voted for. But I asked him, did he think we were ready for a black president based on the fact of when he ran, based on the fact when Jesse ran, and then coming.
Yeah, but let's be realistic. Jesse and Al Sharpton, though they were very serious, Al's run, though they were very serious about it, were more symbolic runs.
Right.
They knew that they weren't going to be able to really. I mean, it was the first time we ever had a candidate run that everybody accepted as a mainstream candidate. So I think their runs were more symbolic. Thirdly, they paved the way for the Obama kind of run and later on success. But everything, this kind of thing starts in fits and starts. You just kind of start, stop, and they were able to kind of grease the skids so he can go and do what he did. But I think that no one would deny that those candidacies were a little more polarizing than his was.
You talked about getting into politics, man. Would you
Never.
be?
Never.
Let me get the question out, man.
Okay.
You already answered.
Right.
You already knew where I was going with that.
Hey,
we've been having some fun, laughing and joking, but on a more serious note, man, the movie Soul Man just came out last weekend. Did you get a chance to see it yet?
I did not.
Okay. And how did that touch you, man, when we heard the news about
Well, the movie is a different kind of reaction. I kind of don't, it's just, I don't want to see it because it don't remind. Like, it was it was a bad situation. I think, of course, you lose somebody like that, you get a little better all the time. But it is unfortunate, and I think the country. I mean, I know comedy lost a light, and I think the world lost a light. But personally, it's just been a little tougher to deal with. You know, what all that's going on. It's a shame that he never got to see
Right.
what has happened. Obama was a candidate that he loved. It was from his home state.
Right.
That he had supported early and often, and he never got to see it. So you think about that too. But on balance, I think he's glad he was here. I think that he made a lot. Always seemed to be the kind of cat that would rather burn out than fade away, and that's what happened.
And of course, we're talking about Bernie Mac. Hey, man, we're going to leave it at that right there, man. Appreciate your time.
Thank you,
the
man.
one and only DL Hughley,
Thank
man.
you, sir.
Thank you very much,
Thank
man.
you, man.
All right.